Every 19 minutes, a senior in the US dies from a fall. Not from mountain climbing or running marathons, but from everyday walking, inside the kitchen, on the sidewalk, or getting the mail. Now here's the shocking part. In over 70% of these cases, the cause wasn't vision loss or cluttered floors. It was the way they were walking. Yes, simple, unconscious walking habits that quietly build up over time can increase your risk of falling by more than 300%. The worst part? Most people over 60 have no clue they're doing anything wrong. In this video, you'll discover the 4 most dangerous walking mistakes almost no one talks about. These errors aren't just small oversights. They're silent threats that slowly chip away at your balance, stability, and confidence, until one wrong step sends you straight to the ground. But the good news? You can fix them. And the difference between a devastating fall and a confident stride might only take a 2-minute shift in how you move each day. Have you ever tripped and thought, "That was close?" Or caught yourself adjusting your steps but didn't know why? Tell us in the comments. Your story might help someone else stay on their feet. Because what you're about to learn could prevent a fall that changes everything. Stay with me. The first mistake is more common than you'd ever guess. Meet Orville. At 72, he wasn't slowing down. If anything, he was trying to speed up time. Every morning by 6:30, you'd find him out the door in his old forest green hiking boots, the same pair he wore during his cross-country trip back in '78. They were beat up, sure, but to Orville, they had soul. He had a ritual: 2 slices of rye toast, 1 hard-boiled egg, and coffee so strong it made guests cough. Then he'd zip up his windbreaker, tip his cap, and walk the same 5-block loop around his neighborhood. Not for exercise. Not to stay young. He just liked the air. The feel of movement. Neighbors would wave. Cars would slow down. Orville was a fixture, like the mailbox on 5th and Chestnut. Some folks joke that if you didn't see Orville by 7 o'clock, something was wrong with the world. But something was wrong. Only no one saw it, not even Orville. You see, his walk looked the same from the outside. But over the past year, subtle changes had crept in. His right foot barely cleared the ground, his eyes stayed glued to the pavement, and his arms barely moved at his sides. He wasn't aware of it. It just happened. Then came that damp Tuesday morning. Orville remembers the moment clear as day. He was passing the same stretch of sidewalk he'd walked 1,000 times before. Same pace. Same boots. But his toe clipped a wet leaf, barely thicker than a napkin, and in less than a second, he was airborne. No time to brace. No time to twist. He landed hard. The pain hit before he even opened his eyes. A fractured wrist. Deep bruising in his hip. And something worse, something that lasted long after the cast came off: fear. For the first time in his life, Orville hesitated before walking. He avoided his morning route. He sat more. Moved less. And the less he moved, the stiffer he felt. It wasn't just a fall. It was a reset. The accident forced Orville to look at his habits, not just what he was doing wrong, but what had slowly crept in without his permission. That's when he learned about the 4 walking mistakes that raise fall risk dramatically after 60. And what he found changed everything. Because it wasn't about walking less. It was about walking smarter. You're about to learn exactly what Orville discovered, and the one change that helped him take back his confidence, one step at a time. Sign 1. Shuffling instead of stepping. You may not even notice it at first. Just a slight change in the sound your feet make on the floor. A soft scuff instead of a step. A quiet slide instead of a confident heel strike. But make no mistake, this subtle shift can be a serious warning sign. It's called shuffling. And it's one of the most common, and riskiest, walking errors people over 60 start making without realizing it. Here's what happens. Instead of lifting your foot cleanly off the ground with each step, the foot starts to barely glide across the floor. The heel barely comes up. The toe doesn't quite clear the ground. Each movement becomes cautious, guarded, and incomplete. Maybe you tell yourself you're just being careful. Or that you're conserving energy. But in reality, it's your body compensating for something deeper: muscle weakness and fear. Let's break it down. As we age, the muscles that control our walking, especially the hip flexors, tend to weaken if we don't use them regularly. These are the muscles responsible for lifting your thigh up when you take a step. If they start to lose strength, your legs don't rise the way they used to. And instead of picking your foot up and over, you start to push it forward like a broom, not out of laziness, but because your body literally can't perform the full motion anymore. Now add fear of falling into the equation, maybe from a previous stumble or just the growing awareness that your balance isn't what it used to be, and your natural reaction is to shrink your movements even more. Shorter steps. Less lift. More contact with the ground. In your mind, that feels safer. But in reality, it's doing the opposite. Shuffling increases your fall risk dramatically. Why? Because your foot can catch on anything: a rug, a shoe, a cracked sidewalk, even uneven flooring transitions in your own home. When your foot doesn't lift properly, your margin for error disappears. One slip, and you're down before you even know what happened. It's like trying to drive with your brakes halfway on. You're moving forward, yes, but it's hesitant, unstable, and prone to unexpected stops. Over time, your body adapts to this new normal, and shuffling becomes your default pattern, which means every step becomes a potential danger. The fix? Start retraining your body to lift again. A simple but powerful exercise is the marching step. Stand beside a sturdy chair or counter for support. Slowly lift one knee until your thigh is about parallel to the floor. Hold that position for 10 seconds, feel the work in your hip. Then gently lower the leg and repeat on the other side. Do this 5 times per leg. Don't rush. The goal is control, not speed. This move reactivates your hip flexors, engages your core, and improves the neuromuscular connection between your brain and your feet. Even better? You can do this while brushing your teeth, waiting for the microwave, or watching TV. Over time, you'll notice your stride becoming more confident, your balance improving, and the subtle shuffle starting to disappear. Have you noticed your steps getting shorter lately? Do your feet feel like they're skimming the ground more than lifting? Let us know in the comments. It's not just about your story, it might help someone else recognize the signs in themselves and take the first step toward safer walking. Sign 2, looking down while walking. Orville had a habit he didn't even realize was risky. He kept his eyes glued to the ground every time he walked. At first, it seemed like common sense. Why look anywhere else when the ground is where the danger hides? Leaves, cracks, uneven pavement, all waiting to trip you up. Orville thought he was being cautious, protecting himself. But what he didn't know was that looking down constantly was doing more harm than good. When you stare at your feet, your body naturally leans forward. Your neck bends down, your shoulders slump, and your spine rounds. This posture might feel safe, like you're scanning the ground with eagle eyes, but it actually throws off your entire balance. Instead of standing tall and steady, your center of gravity shifts forward, making it easier to lose your footing. And that's not all. Looking down limits your reaction time. When your head is bowed, your field of vision shrinks dramatically. You can't see obstacles or hazards in your path until they're right in front of you, sometimes too late to adjust. A stray pebble, a small dog, or even a curb suddenly appears with no warning. It's like driving while only watching the bumper of the car in front of you. You lose sight of everything coming your way. Why do so many seniors do this? It often comes down to fear and anxiety. After a fall or a near fall, it's natural to want to watch your feet obsessively. You lose confidence in your balance, so you try to control the risk by monitoring the ground. But the reality is, that fear creates a vicious cycle. The more you look down, the more unsteady you become. The more unsteady you feel, the more your eyes stay glued to the ground. And that cycle can lead to even higher chances of falling. Orville experienced this firsthand. After his fall, he admitted to walking with his eyes fixed on the pavement, scanning every inch beneath his boots. One day, a physical therapist gave him a simple but powerful tip: practice eye horizon walking. This means, instead of looking down at your feet, lift your gaze about 8 to 10 feet ahead, roughly the distance of 2 or 3 steps. Keep your head up, your neck relaxed, and your eyes scanning the path in front of you. This wider perspective helps you anticipate obstacles sooner and allows your body to adjust more naturally. Orville remembers the day he tried this new habit. As he lifted his eyes, he suddenly saw things he hadn't noticed in months: a squirrel darting between trees, a kid waving from a porch, the sunlight filtering through leaves. He said it felt like seeing the world again, like he was more human. This simple change didn't just improve his posture and balance, it gave him back a sense of connection and confidence. Try it yourself. Next time you go for a walk, keep your head up and look a few steps ahead. Let your eyes scan the horizon instead of the pavement. It may feel strange at first, but with practice, it will become second nature. Have you caught yourself looking down more often when you walk? Do you feel safer watching your feet, or does it sometimes make you more nervous? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could inspire others to lift their eyes and reclaim their balance, just like Orville did. Sign 3, overstriding or power walking form. Orville was determined to keep active and stay healthy. Inspired by friends and TV ads, he took up power walking, a brisk, energetic pace that promised cardiovascular benefits and a boost to his mood. At first, it felt great. He was moving, sweating, and feeling alive. But soon, a subtle change crept into his stride. He began overstriding. What does overstriding mean? It's when your step length becomes too long, so your foot lands way ahead of your body instead of right underneath it. Instead of a natural, balanced walk, your heel slams down hard on the ground, sending shock waves up through your legs. Orville didn't notice the damage immediately, but his knees began to ache. Then his hips started to feel stiff and sore. The once energizing walk started to feel uncomfortable, even risky. One morning, after a longer than usual walk, he lost his footing on a patch of wet grass, and that fall changed everything. Here's why overstriding is dangerous, especially for seniors. When your foot lands too far forward, it acts like a brake, jolting your joints and disrupting your balance. This creates instability in your hips and knees, increasing stress on your joints and ligaments. Over time, it can lead to pain, inflammation, and even increase the risk of falling because your body is constantly compensating for the awkward landing. Imagine walking on a tightrope. Success depends not on how fast you move, but on your balance and rhythm. Overstriding is like lunging forward on that tightrope. It throws your center of gravity off, makes it harder to stay steady, and increases your chances of a misstep. So how can you fix this? Start by taking shorter, softer steps. Focus on landing your foot gently in the middle, the mid-foot strike, rather than heel first. This absorbs impact better and keeps your body aligned. It might feel slower or less powerful at first, but trust that this form is more efficient and safer. Try this simple drill. 1. Find a flat surface to walk on. 2. Walk slowly, consciously aiming to place each foot down beneath your hips. 3. Pay attention to how your foot hits the ground. Aim for a light, quiet step. 4. Gradually increase your pace while maintaining this form. Over time, your muscles will relearn how to support this natural stride, reducing joint strain and improving your balance. Orville recalls when he finally noticed the difference. After weeks of practicing shorter steps, his knee pain faded, his hips felt freer, and his walks became smoother. Most importantly, his confidence soared because he was no longer fighting his own body's awkward mechanics. Have you ever tried walking faster to stay fit and felt a bit unsteady or sore afterward? Share your experience in the comments. You might just help someone else avoid the pitfalls of overstriding and enjoy safer, stronger walks every day. Sign 4. Ignoring arm swing or walking with hands in pockets. Orville had a habit that seemed harmless, maybe even comfortable. He always walked with his hands jammed deep into his coat pockets. It was his go-to move on chilly mornings or when he just wanted to feel a little more relaxed. But what Orville didn't realize was how much this small choice was quietly sabotaging his balance and increasing his risk of falling. Walking isn't just about putting one foot in front of the other. It's a full body activity, a complex dance of coordination between your legs, hips, core, and arms. One crucial part that often goes unnoticed, but makes a huge difference, is your arm swing. Why does arm swing matter so much? Because when you walk, your arms naturally move opposite to your legs, right arm forward as the left leg steps, and left arm forward as the right leg steps. This swinging motion helps counterbalance the momentum of your legs, stabilizes your torso, and smooths out your gait. Now, imagine trying to walk without that natural counterbalance. That's what happens when you keep your hands stuffed in your pockets. Your arms stay stiff, your upper body becomes rigid, and your walk loses its rhythm and fluidity. Without that natural swing, your body can't adjust as easily to small changes in terrain or balance shifts. You become less reactive and more prone to stiffness and wobbling. It's like trying to ride a bike with your hands glued to the frame. Your ability to steer and balance takes a hit. For Orville, this was a blind spot. He thought, my hands are warm, and I don't want to bother swinging them. But after a chat with his physical therapist, he learned that letting his arms swing naturally was a simple fix that could dramatically improve his balance. Here's a quick way to visualize this. Try walking while holding a cup in each hand, something delicate enough that you can't spill it. You'll instantly feel how important keeping your hands free to move is. Your arms want to swing to keep you steady, but holding cups forces stiffness. You'll notice how much harder it is to maintain a smooth, balanced stride. The fix is simple but powerful. Let your arms swing naturally, opposite to your legs. Next time you step out, consciously drop your hands from your pockets. Relax your shoulders, and allow your arms to move freely. Don't force it, just let your body do what it's designed to do. This small habit strengthens your core stability, improves your gait, and helps your nervous system react faster to any slips or uneven surfaces. Orville remembers the first time he really focused on his arm swing. He felt taller, lighter, more balanced, almost like rediscovering a natural rhythm he'd forgotten. It gave him more confidence and, importantly, a feeling of control during his walks. So, be honest, do you keep your hands in your pockets while walking? If so, try this simple change and notice how your body responds. Share your experience below. Your story could encourage others to unlock their natural balance and walk safer every step of the way. But here's the real turning point in Orville's story, the moment that truly saved him from a second, potentially devastating fall. It wasn't some complicated therapy or expensive gadget. No, it was a simple, 3-minute daily reset he could do right at home, no special equipment needed. After his first fall, Orville felt shaken. He realized he needed more than just awareness of his walking habits. He needed a practical routine to rebuild his balance, strength, and confidence from the ground up. That's when he discovered a set of easy exercises designed specifically for seniors, focusing on key muscles and movements that control stability and prevent falls. This reset was all about reconnecting his body and brain, retraining his muscles to move safely, strengthening his core, and improving his posture. What made it special was how quick and doable it was. Just 3 minutes every day, but with powerful effects that compounded over time. Orville started with gentle leg lifts to strengthen his hip flexors, practiced controlled marching steps to reinforce proper foot placement, and included arm swings to restore natural rhythm. These movements helped fix the very mistakes that had put him at risk. And the best part? This daily habit gave Orville back his confidence. He wasn't afraid of walking anymore. He felt steady, balanced, and in control. If you're worried about falls or have ever felt unsteady on your feet, this 3-minute reset could be your game changer too. Stick around, I'll share exactly how to do it step by step so you can start feeling safer and stronger today. Because the truth is, it's not about fighting age. It's about working smarter with your body. A little effort every day can make all the difference. Are you ready to learn the simple reset that saved Orville? Let's dive in next. Here's a fresh 3-minute reset routine that Orville added to his daily life, completely new movements that target muscles often overlooked but critical for balance and fall prevention. And the best part? You can do this easily at home, no equipment needed. Minute 1, ankle circles. Start by standing near a chair or countertop for support. Lift your right foot slightly off the ground and slowly rotate your ankle in a full circle, 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. Then switch to your left foot and repeat. These gentle circles strengthen the small muscles around your ankle and improve flexibility. Think of it like tuning up your car's suspension. The better your ankles move, the smoother and safer every step will be, especially on uneven surfaces where many falls happen. Minute 2, side leg raises. Hold onto a sturdy surface for balance. Lift your right leg straight out to the side, keeping it in line with your hip. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower it back down. Repeat this 10 times, then switch to your left leg. Strengthening the hip muscles helps stabilize your pelvis and reduces side-to-side wobbling, which can lead to trips and falls. Orville found this move helped him feel steadier, like anchoring his body with invisible support. Minute 3, seated march and reach. Sit tall on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Begin marching your legs up and down slowly as if walking in place, while simultaneously reaching your arms overhead and then bringing them down by your sides. Continue this for about 30 seconds. This exercise activates your core and improves coordination between your upper and lower body, essential for balance and smooth, confident movement. Orville says this reset felt like hitting a refresh button on his body. It was gentle, quick, and gave him new energy and control over his movements. Adding these 3 minutes every day gave him the confidence to walk safely without fear. Try this tomorrow and see how it feels. Have you ever tried ankle circles or side leg raises before? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step toward safer walking. Remember, small consistent actions lead to big changes. 3 minutes a day can keep you steady, strong, and independent. Walking is more than just moving from one place to another. It's a symbol of freedom, independence, and the simple joy of being able to explore the world around you. For many of us, especially as we age, walking means staying connected to life itself, visiting friends, running errands, or just enjoying a stroll in the park. But here's the hard truth: the wrong walking habits can sneak in quietly, slowly stealing that freedom without you even realizing it. You don't have to accept that as your future. Fixing even one of the signs we talked about today, whether it's how you lift your feet, where you look while walking, the length of your steps, or how you use your arms, can make a massive difference. It can keep you upright when others might stumble. It can protect your independence, letting you continue living life on your own terms. And it can keep you strong and confident, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or even your 90s. Orville's story is proof that small changes lead to big results. You don't need to be perfect, just aware, willing, and ready to take one step at a time towards safer, smarter walking habits. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and share it with someone you care about, especially if they're over 60 and might not realize these hidden dangers themselves. Your simple action could be the difference between a painful fall and a confident, secure step forward. We'd also love to hear from you. Which of these walking signs surprised you the most? Have you noticed any of these habits in yourself or a loved one? Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can all learn and support each other. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical advice to help you stay sharp, strong, and safe every day. Because aging well isn't about slowing down, it's about moving forward with confidence and freedom. Remember, every step matters. Keep walking your best path.